Hey guys, Saxy here, and welcome back to another racing video. Today with our Indy 500. Yes, there's 50 laps, so yeah, it's not actually a 50, just 5, whatever. I don't care. We got 5 cars here tonight. Starting on pole is Smity in the 83. To his outside for the day for this race, because we're only doing 2 wide. We're not going to do the 3 wide because that sounds hectic with these idiots. Speaking of idiots, is Ricky in the 12. Starting P3 is Spades in the 45. Then your 2 drivers in the back that did not get a qualifying lap in, Jay in the 8 and Ryan in the 23. Smitty elects the outside. He's bunching up the field really slowly. As when they hit the line is the green flag. Not at it quite yet. As there's the green flag in the air as Jay did cross the line, so we're going to have to fix that. Thank you, Jay. Shut up, Billy Fix. As Ricky looking to the inside, Smitty blocks it off. Now side by side going into turn 3 in this opening lap. Smitty with a little contact there, with a little bump. Now Jay looks at the inside for second. Ricky's gonna have to hold that outside line. So what he's gonna have to do right now. Whoa, a big wiggle there for Smitty as it's gonna get interesting here going it down the main stretch. Now that means Jay moves up to the position here. He's gonna try to get this lead off of Smitty. It says he led the lap, but it's very clear that Smitty led that one. Smitty on the high side, Jay on the bottom. Already the lead getting changed hands that quick, but that is what you're going to expect from this track and these cars. As now Jay takes the race lead as the front 4 all right there on top of each other. All in the shot together, the 8 leads. The 83 looks at the outside. Here comes Ryan and the 23. A little bit of contact there. That's going to put Smitty up towards the wall. 3 wide for the race lead. This is going to get interesting into turn 4. Now Ryan makes a little bit of contact. He's going to hit a little bump on the bottom. Jay's clear. Barely. Maybe not. No, he's not. No, he's not. It's still 3 wide for the lead. Coming down to the line. Jay leads at that time. It's definitely going to get interesting. That's going to be put Smitty in the wall. Some contact there as here comes Spades trying to get through her second ever race in our events in general. Did her first start back at Rockingham, now making her debut in open wheel racing. Looking at the inside for the race lead. Can Spades take the lead away here? Oh, big run around the outside from the 83. So far, so good. Here comes Smitty looking to the inside. Who's going to lead it back to the line? It's going to be Smitty by a bumper. Oh, but not even a bumper, a wing. These things don't have bumpers, they have wings. But that is not what you wanted to see if you were that... what number are you running? 40, I think that's what it is? I can't remember. It's 40-something. I can't remember. Is that what you went? 45, I think. That's what it says on there. It doesn't matter. But now Smitty guarding this bottom. All 5 cars under a blanket here. It's going to get interesting heading to turn 3 as they were 3 wide there momentarily. As now Smitty is able to break away a little bit into this lead, side by side behind him. They've got to get this thing figured out. Getting single filed out, chase down Smitty as he taps the wall off of 4. Still side by side. It is Jay and Ricky. Smitty rolls it very wide there. Whoa, now Ricky's going to take a look to the inside. The lead is changing hands very quickly. Now Ricky just did not get the rotation through 2. Now has got a car to his inside, sliding backwards. Jay looks on the back bumper of this 83. Just cannot make that contact, though. That is what's going to end up hurting some people is contact on the back end. If you hit the back end of a car, you will get launched up into the air. So they've got to space themselves out. Don't make too hasty of moves. Don't get too close because you will hurt yourself in the long run. As you see there, Jay moving backwards. Oh, Ryan had to take avoidant action of that number 12 as your front two both into the outside wall. Now Spades looks at the inside, going into 2. As they get to the backstretch, Smity able to hold off on that outside line. Clear for now. It's like, again, they are all right here on top of each other. It's looking like it's a Daytona or Talladega race with NASCARs. But with some nice open wheels. Whoa! Contact there with the 8 in the 45. Spades tries to round it on the bottom. Contact! That's going to put Ryan, sorry, not Ryan, Jay on her back end. Okay, they got it separated, but that is not what you wanted to see for sure. Some cars piling up onto each other. Smity has been liking seeing what's going on around him. Until now, he got punted up the track there. And that's going to hand the lead to the 12. Ryan moves Smity up the track.
My bad, Smith.
They've got to get it sorted out if they don't want this 12 to lead. They don't want him up front. As all these guys ran some very interesting qualifying times. It was very spread out in qualifying. Oh, a little more contact there. Jay drove over the back end of Ryan's car there. It worked out in his favor. Ryan now down another position as here comes Smity looking to the inside for the race lead. Can he get it there? Here comes Jay looking 3 wide for the lead. And it's going to be Ricky who led it across the line. I'm pretty sure. It looked like it at least. But it's not going to matter. He goes backwards immediately into turn 1. Got put to that outside of 3 wide. Now Jay back to the race lead. Now has to pull away if he can. A hard feat here to do it, Indy, is pull away from the pack unless you get a good, clean pit stop, and the others do not. So they do have to make a stop here tonight. Possibly 2, depending on when they make their stop. And how cautions fall, it's going to be a whole lot of mess. They've got to strategize their way around this one. As here comes Smity looking around the outside. Jay doing a good job of blocking. Jay's going to block down to the inside. Smity looks to the outside. Here comes Ricky. If you're Jay, you probably want to block off that inside so he doesn't get that look. There it is. He does with the block low. Some contact. A bit late of a move from the 8, but he definitely realized that because I said something. But he did end up leading the lap. Now Smity back to the lead. It's been a back and forth for him really tonight already in the first 9 laps. He's been back and forth out of this lead and going back a couple positions and then getting right back to this lead. He's looking really strong tonight, but then again, it is a very, I wouldn't say easy. It's easy to keep the car going in a direction, but hard to make moves and time your moves without having consequences, for sure. As now Jay all over the back bumper of, or sorry, the back, you want to say back bumper because we're so used to driving NASCARs. The back wing of this 83 is at side by side as they head into turn 1. Jay goes to the outside. He goes really wide there. That's going to put Ryan, ooh, beautiful move there by Ryan. He slides through and is going to take the race, I'm struggling to speak tonight. Race lead away from Smity, and now here comes a car to the inside of Smity. And this is what I meant by Smity keeps going back and forth between the lead and just losing position. Something ends up happening. It's like a yo-yo effect right now. Some contact there. That's going to put Ryan at a disadvantage here as here comes the 8 looking at his bumper. That's what I was meaning by he is at a disadvantage. Now they've gotten single filed out. He's going to have to make sure they don't take this inside away from him. And there it is. Ryan leads a lap. As your front 4 all right here together. As here comes Jay rotating that outside line. Got a good run there. As don't go on the apron there, Ricky. All right, he's good. He's good. He's good. We're good. Whoa, some contact. Ryan all the way down at the grass. Making sure nobody gets a look to his inside. But he's getting some contact there from Jay. That's going to slide him all the way up to the outside wall. That's going to hurt him there. As Ricky bouncing back and forth between the 2.
Sorry, Smith.
Did you get the apology there from Ryan? Wasn't trying to do that. As now Jay leads it on the bottom line, trying to get back to this line. And that'll be 11 laps complete here. And the lead has changed hands almost every lap. So you never know what's going to end up happening at the end of this thing. all 5 of them have a real chance to win this. You've got to time your moves and time them right. It's an eye for cautions, obviously, like our normal. Majority of the field has to wreck, so 3 cars have to go around for a caution, or a car has to flip. And they will go to single file for those cautions if we do get one. Which I'm shocked we haven't already with how aggressive they've been, but they've now seemed to single file it out, figure their way around each other for now. And I mean for now. They will start getting piled back up here again soon. As you see Smity trying to get closer, and Ryan... Sorry, not Ryan. I just wanted to say Ryan for the 12. I don't know why. It's either 12 and I think Ryan or Jay, but it's Ricky. Ricky trying to get to the back end of that 83, trying to get out of the way. There is Jay. He's watching these guys fight it down on the bottom. He wants to go to the top. Break the draft, so second place can't get closer. As you see Ryan work his way around, Spades in the back. Is there side by side for second? Oh, they're going to try to take the look for the lead. Jay able to fend off at least Ricky and gets a good rotation off of exit. He's going to clear Smity. Smity looks at the outside, now looks back to the inside. Big bobbing and weaving for that 83, trying to find his way around the 8. As he does finally get that move around him finally. How long will it last? Like we said, it's been back and forth all race long. It's very action-packed already, and it's only been the first chunk of the race. We haven't even reached halfway yet. As Jay goes for that middle line, that's going to put Ricky up towards the wall. Oh, Jay got on the wall off turn 3 there. Now Ryan looks to the inside for the second position. So they all... Oh, Smity clipped the inside wall! That's not going to be good news for him. He's not going to have to respawn. That's 1 car. 2 more for a caution. Pushed it too low, and that's what ends up happening. Now he's got to hope for these front 4 to all kind of get into each other here. He's got to hope that Ricky does Ricky things here tonight and puts himself in a position that takes out a couple of drivers. As now Ricky makes the move for second. Ryan goes back down to third, but oh, really wide there for the 12. Ryan not able to capitalize. As all your leaders rounding the final turn now. Jay liking what's happening behind him. Side by side for second. Ricky able to get it over the line. As Ricky's going to go way wide through that turn, but still holds on. Doesn't lose a whole lot of time there. If you're Jay, this is what you want to see them do, is battle each other. Now he's weaving across the track, hitting the snake maneuver, trying to ensure that the guys behind don't get close enough. But this is definitely not what Smity wanted to see at the start of his race, was a crash early on. But the good news is it's happened early and not late into this. There's a high chance for a caution if these guys keep racing the way they do. As now Ryan to the back bumper of the 8. Keep wanting to say bumper, I should say wing. Whoa, and there it is! Oh, big crash for the 12. He got airborne but did not flip. That is 2. Now 1 more for a caution. And your front 2 still together. And you can see Spades in the background trying to keep up.
Sure, Jay. Do yard work while you're at it.
Apparently Jay in the grass earlier did not get to look at it, but apparently he was in the grass. But now the front 2, if they want to keep it between the 2 of them right now, they've got to keep it clean. As it is definitely going to get interesting now that there's 2 cars that have crashed already. Solo incidents for both of them. As it sounds like Ricky just now got going. So that will be interesting to see the least, see where he comes out on track. As Ryan's still trying to attack this number 8, trying to get closer and closer, but now that there's not a pack, it's going to be a little bit more interesting to see how this works out when it's a 1v1. The leader doesn't have to defend every line, he only has to defend one. As you can see, Ricky there, he is on the straightaway with the leaders, about to go 2 laps down. Potentially. That's going to shake things up if these two get to him. How do they work around the lap traffic? Something that you really wouldn't think you would see here at Indianapolis with only 5 cars. You thought they would stay in a pack. But here comes Ryan with the move to the inside of Jay. He's now got it. The 23 to the lead now. If you are these front two, like I'm saying, you've got to be worried of that leader. Not the leader, sorry, the lap car. The lap car is definitely going to play a factor here if we don't get a caution here soon. They'll be starting to get the draft off of that number 12 and pulling closer and closer to him. As he is only a lap down, so he is safe right now. He could go 2 down. As here comes Jay back to the inside. He's going to take the race lead away from Ryan just like that. Ryan with a slow... my words are just not wording today. I don't know what's going on, though, but they are definitely having a fight for this lead. As they round turn 3, Ryan's got to find a way to attack this number 8. Get it back to the back bumper of him. As Jay goes to the bottom of the track. Almost pulled a Smity. That's really dangerous to go that far low. You want to break the toe, but you also don't want to wreck yourself. And the back and forth between the front two are allowing that third place driver to creep slightly closer every lap. But now they've kind of got it figured out, and they're trying to get closer and closer to this number 12. If you're Smity, you hope that they do get closer to that 12, and the 12 causes issues for the leaders. That'll bring out a caution, hopefully, for him. As they round turn 4, you can see the 12 getting closer and closer each lap. They are definitely bringing him in. And Ryan still tailing that back end of the number 8. Trying to find a way to get around him. As they both hit the wall there in turn 1. It is definitely a tight track. You get very tight here. Especially when you're in that draft, it wants to go to the outside wall even more. So you have to be able to time your moves correctly here. It seems like it would be very simple of a track, and it can be when you're the leader and you're just kind of driving. But the further back you go, the harder it gets of just maintaining gaps and whatnot. It becomes a lot more of a challenge. As Ryan now takes that look to the outside. They are racing big time here for the race lead. Ryan goes to the top. Jay rolls the bottom. Jay obviously is going to work away with that one. As Jay once again goes to the bottom of the track, weaves back up, trying to break the draft from Ryan.
Jay, you're having way too much fun with this, just saying.
Jay still holding on strong here, trying to keep this lead in his hand. As Ryan takes a look to the inside, he gives a move to the 8. He says, nope, I want this thing. Get out of my way. Now it's going to be who can get the draft off of Ricky here, because that will help Jay if he can get that draft. As you see, it does a little bit there. That means Jay leads a lap and is able to clear Ryan as they head into turn 1. This is what I mean by that lap car is going to play an interesting factor here. You've got to line yourself up with that end of the number 12, and it could pull you around the other car you're fighting right now. As you can see it, they are getting closer and closer to Ricky. The draft has brought them to him. Whoa. Some sliding out of your leaders. contact. Ryan moves the 8 up the track. Ryan to the lead now. If you're that number 23, you'll want to stick behind the 12 here. Use that draft of the 12. Put yourself in a bigger gap between you and second place, and he does. But now what does Ricky do? He's a lap car, but he's not the first lap car. Some contact there. Now he's back in the fight, but this isn't his battle. He wants to maintain it with these guys, but I mean, if you are that 12, you gotta hope that one of these two crash into each other ahead of you, cause a caution. You don't want to be the reason that ends up causing the caution, being the lap car. As Ryan has the lead, and I believe we have a car going to pit road. We do. It is the 45 going into pits. It's Smity all the way up against the wall. As Ryan is pulling a little bit of a gap right now. Ricky slowed down the 8 car a little bit there. Now Ryan ducks it down to the grass, trying to break that toe with the number 8.
Thanks, Smity pit.
I'm pretty sure he did as well. So I think we have 2 cars that have stopped, and these 3 that are right here on track together have yet to make their stop. Oh, and we've got a penalty on pit road. And that is Smity. He's gonna have to do a drive-through. Not what you want to see. Already made a mistake earlier, hit the wall, and now has to make a drive-through penalty. Oh, Jay's gonna get to the inside of the 23. Side by side. Jay now takes the lead away. As your front 3 round the back stretch. Smitty's gonna watch them. We're gonna watch Smitty to ensure he does do this drive-through. Actually, you know, we'll watch them, and then once they get close enough, I'll watch him. It's fine. Whoa! Ricky puts Ryan in the wall! Hard contact there for the 12.
Come on, dude. It's not your race.
Ryan not happy with that 12 right now. For that contact, as we are now going to watch Smitty, you have to do a drive-through. Get it low down. He does now, and he will do his drive-through. Not what he wanted to see. Both lap cars now 2 laps down. These 3 still have to make their stop. If you're one of these leaders, you might want to pit with the other one. Get yourself that draft when you guys get going. As one car does shoot in, that's Jay. He finally goes for his stop. As now Ryan has Ricky breathing down his back. But this will be good for him, just have a little bit of clean air in front of him. But when do you come down now if you're Ryan? As Ricky once again gets really close to the back end of that 23. Neither one shoot for pit road yet. They're stretching this thing out. If they do hit 0 on their fuel, they will come to a dead stop on track. So they need to hit pit road here soon. Ensure they don't run out. Ricky all the way up in the outside wall there. Either one gonna aim for pit road yet? Nope, still both cars stay out. This is helping both of them, I feel like, especially if you're Ricky in the situation. I mean, not really. He still has to hit pit road. He's still got to hope for a caution. He's 2 laps down. If you're Ryan, you just got to hope that he doesn't hit you. Is your biggest worry now is he doesn't make contact. Ryan doing a good job of just pacing himself right now, not overdoing it with the lap car following right behind him. As you can see, the times between... Oh, and Ricky's going to shoot for pit road. Second and third, you can see a time gap there because of slow down Spades trying to get into pits. Spades was a lot more conservative, didn't push it as much as Jay did. Now, though, if you are this 23, when do you make your stop? You're the only one left on track that has not hit pit road. You are definitely the one in the best shape. Is Ricky able to get away fine now? Ryan rounds turn 4. He comes in this time. Now we better watch. Second place. Where does the difference here lie? As Jay has some help here now. The lap car of the 83 is right in front of Jay. That's going to help Jay here. He's going to have a bit more pace on these straightaways. As the 83 is going to let him by. The 83 is not going to help him. He says, you're on your own here. I don't want to be the one that decides this thing. Let you take that burden. As Jay gets onto the main stretch now. As there's Ryan. He's going to have the inside line, but is it going to be enough? As there's Ryan on the bottom. But I believe Jay's going to take the race lead from this. Jay probably with the best stop here. And it looks very likely Ryan drives up wide. But he's still in the fight. He's got to work his way around lap traffic to get to the 8, but now he has got to find a way around Smity very easily, because Smity moved out of the way for Jay, but I don't know how well he's going to move out of the way. It doesn't matter. Ryan got around him. I don't know if Ryan punted him there or what. Ryan's got to put his head down now. Chase down that race leader.
Appreciate it, Smith.
And hope there isn't a caution, because actually it really won't change anything. The 2 lap cars are both 2 laps down. They'll only get 1 lap back. So if you're Smity and Ricky, you gotta hope there's 2 cautions. And the first one is you gotta hope that you get a caution in general right now. As the 2 leaders weave across the track trying to break the tow. It is definitely going to get interesting here. As the field is very spread out now due to pit stops and other issues that end up happening. Ryan lost a little bit of ground there to Jay. Jay doing his bob and weave really did work a little bit there. Ryan not able to close up to him. That's, I think, an issue there for the 23. He's got to put the power back down now. If he wants to get back to Jay, only a few laps remain in this. This thing is going by very fast. Shockingly enough, we have not had a flip yet tonight. I was expecting us to get a flip. There's still time, that is for sure. As Ryan lost half a second that last lap with that issue in turn 1 and 2. Can he bring it back down into Jay? as this is the only battle happening on track. The other two that are not with this three, not close enough together to be really a battle. Not yet, at least. There's a chance that Ricky could pull to the back end of Spades. But right now, Ryan's got to put his head down, focus on that car in front of him, and hope that Smity doesn't accidentally wreck him. Because Ryan did pull it down a little bit that lap. Only 14 laps right now left. It's Ryan trying to close back up still. It is going to be a long pace for these guys up here at the front. Especially if you're that 8, you're going to be winding down each lap, hoping that no caution comes out. After what happened at Charlotte, late race wreck for that number 8 set him out of the competition 2 laps down at the end of the night after having a dominant start of the race. And if you're Ryan, you want to get back into victory lane. Ended up getting a runner-up at Charlotte. Ooh. Ryan tends to be very good at these open wheel races. He now does take that look to the outside. But not running a Ferrari tonight, so it's going to get interesting. Can he put it in victory lane with an open wheel car that isn't branded by Ferrari? All the way to the top side he goes, against the wall almost. Jay is going to be the hardest one to pass here for this lead, as they are rounding out to 12 laps to go. Ryan is back in this fight. It is a 1v1. That third car in that group is a 2-lap down car. Hoping that these two will end up making some contact, or that one of the other cars will end up going in the sky and flip. As Jay goes all the way down in the grass. Dip the tires in the grass, trying to keep Ryan from getting down there. Ryan is going to have to find a different way around that number 8. Oh, he tried to move him. They both slide up. Ryan is just having a hard time trying to find a way to get around this 8. It is very hard to pass here. They can block that bottom easily. Why did it say Ryan led the lap? Hello? That's crazy, but alright. As Ryan flies down the backstretch, trying to get closer and closer to this number 8. The 83 just kind of right him with him right now. I mean, it really doesn't matter for him what happens in front of him. If he gets around him, he gets around him. Actually, it probably would benefit him if he gets around these two. If they end up wrecking and cause a caution, he will only be a lap down and will be back in the fight. Side by side, as we're talking about that, though. Ryan is right now edging out Jay. He leads the lap as we get a major lag spike. I can't see anything. There we go. We're back in it. Oh, a little bit of contact there. That's going to move the 8 up the track into the wall. Ryan now has to put his masterclass defense on display as here comes Jay looking to the inside. Ryan able to block it off for now. As now Jay looks to the outside. 23 looking very strong here into turn 3. The 8 goes extra wide up to the outside wall. Still, Smity just kind of rides behind these two leaders. Like I said, if I'm Smity in this position, you know that they're the leaders. You don't want to cause any issues between them, but if you can get around them, it will majorly benefit you if they end up crashing. With how they're racing, I would very much expect a crash out of these front two. Oh, Ryan with a hard block going into turn 2. That's going to set him up very poorly here for the backstretch. Oh, but he's able to get it off. He's still going to block all the way down to the bottom. Jay not able to make the move there. Going to follow right behind that 23. He now opens it up, tries to get to that outside line. Ryan trying to cover it. Oh, but Ryan didn't get the turn in. And that's going to hand the lead right back to the 8. As they come around to 8 laps to go. I think they've learned from the fact that Smity hit the inside wall not to do it themselves. Smity now does kind of play a factor right there. He's to the outside of Ryan. Ryan's got to reel it back in, get back to that number 8. As it is a masterclass duel between these two, showing off tonight why these two have so many wins combined between the two of them. So many pole positions, so many laps led. These are your top 2 in almost every category when it comes to these events. And they're putting it on display tonight as Ryan tries to make the move to the outside. A big contact there with him in the 8. Now he's going to force this run on the outside. I don't know how well it's going to work. He's got to force Jay into a mistake. Jay going to force him up the track. Jay not able to get that exit rotation with Ryan being right there. That is helping Ryan a little bit. They still hold side by side for almost an entire lap. 6 laps remain. Can we go green all the way to the end? We've never been able to do that for an event. Can they do it here tonight? As they still are fighting hard. They are not giving an inch to each other, trying their hardest to win this thing. Ryan slots back in behind the 8. He's got to try everything in his hand here to get around him as they hit 5 laps to go. Things are winding down. Oh, Jay puts the squeeze on Ryan. A little bit of contact there on the side of each other. Jay to the bottom, Ryan to the top. Ryan is struggling to find a way around. Jay tends to find it a lot easier than Ryan. And now he's swerving all across the backstretch. Smity just watching these 2 leaders go at it. Just kind of sitting here wishing he was 3rd place, but costed himself this. One mistake meant the difference between being 2 laps down and being in the fight for the win. As now Ryan does get to the inside. He's going to try to take the race lead away as we hit 4 laps to go. A little bit of contact there. That's going to put the 8 all the way up to the outside wall and even behind Smity.
Sorry, Jay.
That is going to be very costly for that number 8. Now, here, Smity, do you get out of the way of this 8 car, or do you still sit here? These are the race leaders. Oh, Jay a little bit squirrely there on the apron. Smity lets him by. Now Jay back to the back bumper of the 23. Looking to the inside. Still looking. Not able to get it there. He now goes to the outside. 3 laps remain. And they've kept it very respectful between the 2 of them. And Smitty's kept it very respectful as well. Which is what you want to see out of that lap car, is just being respectful about the cars that are around him and not causing any issues between him and these 2 leaders. Jay able to get a better rotation there through 3. That's going to allow him to get back to the inside of Ryan. Ryan's got to rally here hard. If they're coming back down to 2 to go, if he doesn't have time to set up run and run and run and run, he's got to find a quick and easy way around Jay. 2 laps to go here from Indianapolis. Oh, and they're going to trade it right back. Jay goes wide into turn 1. Here comes Ryan back to the bottom. He's going to take it back through 2. Just because there's only 2 of them doesn't mean they're not going to trade this thing back and forth, and back and forth. You know, if you were that 83, this would be heartbreaking to watching these 2 leaders race in front of you and you don't have any say in it. You can't put the trophy in your hands at all at this point. As Ryan rounds the final turn, is they're going to come back to the white flag. Take your picks. Is it going to be the 23 or is it going to be the 8? 1 lap to go. Ryan leads it going into turn 1. Jay's going to rotate that high line. All depends on the runs they get through 3 and 4. Ryan's going to wrap the bottom. Opens up the exit a little bit. Jay has to get close here and force a mistake out of Ryan. As they head into 3, Ryan rotates the bottom, Jay to the top. Jay gets the wall. One final look. Can Jay get there? I don't think it's gonna be enough. As they come into the main stretch, here comes Jay trying to set up a move. It's not gonna be enough, maybe. It's not. Ryan is gonna win at Indianapolis. And now we are with our race winner. Ryan hopping on the side pod. Goes into this race without practically any practice. Didn't get to qualify, started dead last. Did you really think you're going to be able to put this one together and win it just like that and have the one-on-one duel with Jay?
No, not at all. What a comeback. Whew. Gotta hand it to Jay for keeping it clean. Also Smity. And good job to Spades getting the fast lap. And I think her first podium, if I'm not mistaken. Man, what a race. Like, I thought me and Jay were gonna, like, cause caution, like, with 2 to go, and it was gonna be, like, all hectic again. Like, my heart was beating out of my chest there. But, like, I saw him, like, weaving back and forth on the straightaways, and I knew, like, I had him beat there, and that was, like, my chess move to his checkers, because, what was it? He would do it so often that it would slow him down, where whenever I did it, I only did it once, and he was doing it like 5 or 6 times. So, yeah, that's what made him slow down on a straightaway, where I just, like, break the draft. So, yeah. Anyway, congrats to him, because he put on a very tough fight for me to, like, hit him. I feel bad for hitting him with, like, what was it, 4 to go, which set him behind Smity. So, I'm glad he was able to rebound from that, even though it was not me. So, good job to him. This means more to him than me, but oh my god. Cannot believe it. Have to get some milk now.
Fair enough. For stream, we will be doing 24 hours of Le Mans tomorrow. It will be recorded tomorrow. For video, make sure to check that one out. That'll be the next video. And go check out the Clips channel. It's not
Clips anymore. Over, man.
Go check out the Extra channel. That's what it is now. Sorry, not the Clips channel anymore. It has some stuff for you guys over there. It'll be now the extra stuff from these. So go check that out.
I stay crossing off my list. Got my money in my bitch. That's a check, 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 check. Got my mama at the crib. Could retire off of this wrist. That's a check.